Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. Once again, I welcome you all to this TYBSc online lecture. In the yesterday's lecture, we started our new topic, manufacture of basic chemicals. In that topic, we started the manufacture of ammonia by modified Bosch-Haber process. In the previous lecture, we discussed principle of manufacture of ammonia by Bosch-Haber process. What was the principle? Principle is very simple. Nitrogen and hydrogen in the ratio of 1:3 volumes which are reacted under pressure and optimum temperature to form 2 moles of nitrogen, where the nitrogen and the hydrogen gases are raw material which are obtained from producer gas and the water gas. This much of the principle which we are studied in the yesterday's lecture. Today we are going to see the manufacture of ammonia in industrial level with a flow sheet diagram, with a detailed study of ammonia manufacture, formation of ammonia by Bosch-Haber process with a flow sheet diagram. Here I already draw the diagram of the manufacture of ammonia in industrial level, flow sheet which I already drawn. Very simple flow sheet is there. The basic raw material for the manufacture of ammonia, that is nothing but the nitrogen and the hydrogen. The source of nitrogen and the hydrogen which are obtained from producer gas and the water gas. With the help of these producer gas and the water gas, the nitrogen and the hydrogen are further charged toward the formation of ammonia. Let me see here. The first, already we discussed the Bosch-Haber process, that is modified Bosch-Haber process. Nitrogen and the hydrogen gases. Nitrogen is obtained from the producer gas and hydrogen is obtained from the water gas. How these are produced? Here we can say air plus coke. Air is nothing but it's a mixture of oxygen and the nitrogen, and coke is nothing but the carbon containing, that is pure carbon, which are both are mixed toward the producer gas generator. Here we can see the total flow sheet of the manufacture of ammonia. Here the first air and the coke which are passes through the producer gas generator. Here the producer gas which is formed by the air and the coke which are both are passes toward the producer gas generator. Here the producer gas is formed, that is nothing but the formation of CO plus N2. Here the actual N2 gas which is to be formed. Simultaneously, here for the water gas generator, steam and the coke, again steam is nothing but the H2O, coke is a pure carbon which are generated, passed through the water gas generator, that is nothing but the CO plus H2. Here producer gas and the water gas both are formed, passed towards the oxidation tower. Here what is oxidation tower? Here the oxidation reaction is takes place, in which the conversion of this CO plus H2 and CO plus N2, both carbon monoxide which is converted into the carbon dioxide. Okay. Let me first go through the flow sheet and then we discuss the reactions which are in the involved in this process. So here the producer gas and the water gas further passes toward the oxidation tower, where the oxidation tower, as I told you, in the initially the raw materials which is producer gas and the water gas which are formed in the producer generator and the water gas generator. What is the producer gas? Producer gas is CO plus N2. And what is water gas generator? CO plus H2. Here we can say, here I will write the reaction of raw material first. What is the reaction? Raw material. Now see, what are the raw materials what we are taking here for the producer gas? For the producer gas, we can see here, for producer gas, air plus coke. What is the air is there? What is the coke is there? Here we can see, here coke is nothing but the carbon plus O2 plus N2, which is nothing but the air, it gives carbon monoxide plus pure N2. This is nothing but the producer gas. Here we can see CO plus N2, which is a produced gas. In case of water gas, see what happens again? Coke plus H2O, that is steam. It forms into carbon monoxide plus H2. Here we can see. So these are the reactions. Here we can see the temperature, which is a reversible reaction, approximately 1000 to 1400 degrees Celsius, which is exothermic reaction. Here it is the reactions 1000 to 1400 degree Celsius. The temperature which is supplied, the formation of CO plus N2, which is nothing but the producer gas. Here CO plus H2, which is nothing but the water gas. Here both the raw materials formed. Further, these formed raw materials are passed into the oxidation tower. This is also very important. Oxidation tower. What happens in the oxidation tower? In the oxidation tower, here we can see carbon monoxide plus N2, carbon monoxide plus H2. In the reaction, here we can see the reaction in the oxidation tower. Reaction in the oxidation tower. Reaction in the oxidation tower. What will happen here? We can see as the formation of carbon monoxide from the both producer gas and the water gas. Carbon monoxide, as we know, which is very hazardous and very toxic as compared to the carbon dioxide. So what we have to do in the oxidation tower? In the oxidation tower, the carbon monoxide is get converted into the carbon dioxide, and further the formed carbon dioxide which is dissolved with the water to form H2CO3. That reaction takes place in the oxidation tower, where we can see carbon monoxide. Here continuously we are passing the steam. Steam is nothing but the water. Here we can write the water. It forms, it converted into the, we can say CO2 plus H2. This is a one side. Simultaneously, here the temperature which is maintained 450 degrees Celsius. Further, this CO2 which is dissolved with water, it forms into H2CO3. See, initially raw materials, what are the raw materials? What is the reaction for the raw material? Raw materials are nothing but the producer gas and the water gas. Producer gas is formed through air plus coke. Coke is nothing but the carbon. What is the air? Air is nothing but the here mixture of oxygen plus nitrogen, which forms carbon monoxide plus N2. Here it is a pure nitrogen is there. Further, water gas, that is coke plus steam. Coke is nothing but the carbon. Steam is nothing but the water. Again H2O, it forms into carbon monoxide plus H2. Further, these form producer gas and the water gas passed into the oxidation tower, where the oxidation tower, why the necessity of the passing of this producer gas and the water gas into the oxidation tower, where the formed carbon monoxide is converted into the carbon dioxide, and further this carbon dioxide which is formed dissolved with the water to form H2CO3. That reaction takes place in the oxidation tower. We can see here. This is the reaction, carbon dioxide plus H2O, CO2 plus H2, and carbon dioxide plus H2O, it forms H2CO3, which is continuously dissolved the carbon dioxide, where the formed carbon, as we know, carbon monoxide and as well as carbon dioxide, both are the hazardous. So that can be further carbon dioxide dissolved with the water to form into the acid, that is H2CO3. Then this formed now, once it is clear, purified, and the producer gas and the water gas further pass toward the compressor. Here the compressor is nothing but the where the, if contaminated, some contamination is there, pass through the compressor, which is compressed both of the nitrogen gas and the hydrogen gas, and further pass through the scrubber. Scrubber is nothing but where simple a purification method is there. Purified further. They are purified because the raw materials, where in the industrial preparation, what we are taking the or charging the raw material, they must be the pure form. They must in the pure form. As the raw material in the pure form, the product expected to be very pure, and the quality of the product should be the very pure. So that through the compressor, the 25 atmospheric pressure which is applied, and further pass through the scrubber and purifier. Once it is purified, the oil which is contamination, all the contamination which are removed, and further compressed to 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure, where the completely gaseous form should be there. You are getting my point? Whatever the contamination, completely they are compressed and further passes through the oil filter, where it is forms into the liquid form like a oil form. They are purified through oil filter. The gases are compressed and passed through the oil filter, where if any unwanted material, which if it is present, maybe of water and something, the steam like the contamination of steam, if it is present, those are the removed, those are the purified through oil filter. And further, these purified raw material after oil filter of nitrogen and the hydrogen, both are passed toward the ammonia converter. Before converting the ammonia, here ammonia converter is the mean, here the actual reaction is takes place in the ammonia formation, that is of in the ammonia converter, where in the ammonia converter the ammonia formation reaction is takes place, that is N2 plus H2, it gives two molecules of the ammonia, which is already we discussed the temperature here, it is we kept 450 degree 500 degrees Celsius of temperature, which is maintained here. Here in the converter, they are passed finely through the iron catalyst. Before sending toward the ammonia converter, those gases of nitrogen and the hydrogen both are passed through over iron catalyst, which is a catalyst already we discussed for the formation of ammonia. N2 plus H2 through the iron catalyst, it forms the ammonia. So it is before passing through the converter, they are passes through on finely divided iron catalyst, where the converter is there. What is a converter? Converter means there is a simple converter is there, approximately 7 feet of height, which is 21 inches of the diameter. There is a converter is there like a cylinder. There was a converter is there, which is 7 feet of height and 21 inches of the diameter, which is made up of nickel, vanadium and the chromium converter, which is completely made up of nickel, vanadium and the chromium converter is there. In that converter, the actual reaction is takes place. That is nitrogen and hydrogen both are reacted at a temperature of 500 degrees Celsius, which is optimum temperature. With the pressure, already we passes through the certain pressure of under compressing 200 to 300 atmosphere pressure was there. So passes through the finely, that is iron catalyst, and in a converter where the reaction is takes place, that is formation is there of nitrogen and the hydrogen form into the ammonia, where the formation is takes place, and further towards passes the water chiller. Here because the temperature is too much of high, 500 degree Celsius is there, exothermic temperature is there, which is once the reaction is takes place, means ammonia is formed, pass through the water chiller. For the purpose of what? It should be chilled and then separator. Here the physical treatment will be there, means the separation is takes place. Once the clear separation is there, which is sent toward the storage tank, where the pure ammonia which is formed. Further, if some of the gas, because here the higher temperature is there, which is formed in the vapor formation, the gas is further passed toward the ammonia refrigerant. Why there is, if any steam like gas like ammonia is there, vapors of the ammonia, which is passes toward the ammonia refrigerant, where what is the role of refrigerant? It should be cooled down. Once temperature is decreased up to the minus 15 degrees Celsius, again some liquid formation will be there, that is also stored into the storage tank of the ammonia. Still, if any vapor or vapors of gas phase or gas of the ammonia, if it is present, further it is passed over the centrifugal recirculator, where the centrifugation is takes place, means collection of all the gaseous form of the ammonia into the liquid and further collected into the storage tank. Still, if it is any unreacted N2H2 is present, that is nitrogen and hydrogen gas, if it is present after centrifugal recirculator, that is further passed toward the compressor, where again the reaction is takes place. Here the unconverted nitrogen and the hydrogen both are passed toward the here N2 plus H2 into the compressor. Further the reaction is takes place. Again once if it is passed unconverted nitrogen and the hydrogen, if it is passed toward the compressor, again they are passed through the oil filter, and further they comes toward the ammonia converter, where the unconverted N2H2 again they are reacted in converter, again they can form to the ammonia. So likewise there is a recycle process is there. The converted ammonia which is separated, and the unconverted nitrogen and the hydrogen again they are passed toward the converter. So likewise there is a formation of ammonia is there. Here we can see this is the reaction of raw material, reaction of oxidation tower. Here we can see reaction of the converter, very simple reaction in the converter. Reaction in the converter, which type of reaction is takes place? Already we studied in the converter. Very simple reaction, N2 plus 3 molecules of H2, which is 500 degrees Celsius. It forms 2 molecules of NH3 plus 92 kilojoules of heat, which is already we studied, evolved in principle. Here we can see the iron as a catalyst which we are used. This is the basic reaction in which the conversion takes place. Formation of ammonia by the treatment of nitrogen and hydrogen, that is 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 moles of hydrogen, they are reacted in the converter at 500 degrees Celsius temperature with iron as a catalyst to form 2 moles of ammonia, with the evolution of plus 92 kilojoules of heat is there. And finally the separation is takes place, simple separation was there. After forming they are passed through the water chiller. After chilling, the pure ammonia which is separated and stored into the storage tank. If it is any gas formation, means steam formation of ammonia, if it is remaining, passed through towards the ammonia refrigerant. Here the gas form or the gas form of the ammonia which is completely chilled at minus 15 degrees Celsius, and again there is a formation of ammonia, that is liquid ammonia, which is stored into the storage tank. Still it is any gas form, if it is present, they are further passed toward the centrifugal recirculator, where the collection of ammonia with a recirculating centrifugal machines and finally collected towards the storage tank, and unconverted of nitrogen and the hydrogen and further passed toward the compressor as well as converter. So likewise there is the formation of ammonia by the modified Bosch-Haber process. I hope this is a very simple flow sheet is there. How the ammonia can be converted? Again I will repeat here. Initially raw materials are taken, air plus coke, which is for the producer gas, steam plus coke for the water gas. Once the producer gas and the water gas are formed, pass through the oxidation tower, where the oxidation tower, the reaction is takes place, the formed carbon monoxide turns converted into carbon dioxide, and further carbon dioxide which is dissolved by the water to form into H2CO3. And once the formed N2 and H2, the pure N2 and H2 pass through the compressor, through scrubber and through purifier, where the purification of the raw materials are takes place, and further pass through the compressor, where the pressure 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure which is maintained, and further finally pass through the oil filter, where all the contaminations are removed and sent towards the ammonia converter, in which the iron, the catalyst which is finely divided iron catalyst which was there, and passed through over that iron catalyst in a converter, where the temperature is maintained 500 degrees Celsius, where the actual reaction is takes place of ammonia and the hydrogen, both are reacted to form ammonia, and this formed ammonia pass through the water chiller for the chilling purpose, cooling purpose, where the ammonia is formed separated through the separator, and if any gases of ammonia are there, that is steam form of the ammonia, which is further passed through the ammonia refrigerator and further centrifugal recirculator. With this help, there is a formation of maximum amount of the ammonia can be collected in a storage tank, and unconverted nitrogen and the hydrogen further pass through the compressor as well as the converter. So with this, I hope you understand the very clear flow sheet is given. This is very important flow sheet, as like in industrial level, this is a method, a process for which the ammonia can be synthesized by the modified Bosch-Haber process, where the yield of the ammonia, which is very important, which is of 19% of yield can be obtained through the modified Bosch-Haber process. Okay. I hope you understood this very clearly. You follow the textbooks, what I have explained, you go through the books and you can understand very clearly. Okay. So, here I will stop here. In the next lecture, we will see some more concepts toward the ammonia, that is nothing but the physico-chemical properties and applications of this ammonia. Okay. So, with this I will stop here. Thank you for watching this lecture.